Alex Navarro.
Vinny Caravella.
Austin Walker.
Hey guys, what are you doing?
Check out my sick beats.
So I'm gonna go to the bar. Do you need do you guys need anything from the bar?
Here's $40. Can you get me a water? Just one water, please.
Yeah, I'll see what we can do.
Okay, Alex has been like in the bathroom for like 72
He's
days.
fine. Don't worry about it. He's fine.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I'm here, so
I'm gonna keep DJing our party. I'm gonna stop talking really loudly because it's just us here
Yeah, I don't know why
in
I'm
my
shouting.
basement
I was trying to like provide atmosphere.
in our cool party.
I just want to get totally plur, man.
I'm having a Sentris party.
Sentris.
Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna watch me. Ready?
Yes.
Watch me mix it up. Austin, hold on to your ass.
All right.
we
I mean, I can do it for you if you want.
Maybe.
HR violation.
All right. Alex, hold on to Austin's ass.
I don't think you can tell me to do that.
I'm gonna freestyle.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna do a little more freestyle. Hold on.
It sounds like an ineffective fire alarm now.
But like a dope one. Like this would be way better than most fire alarms.
And here we go.
Yeah.
Ready? You know what I call that?
That was really good.
This is super badass.
This is some heavy hardcore bullshit, man. I don't know.
I call that. That's my Robotron remix. All right. Samantha Kalman.
Hello.
Hey, hi.
I'm here.
Creator
it's good to see everyone.
of Sentris is here. What am I doing wrong?
Nothing. You're
Just
doing
criticize my art.
Let's see. Well, I mean, the references to the prior works of musical genius are maybe not quite as surfaced as obviously as they should be in this track.
What do you think I should do? Should I add in a little? Should I actually match the colors on the wheel to the dots that are on the inner wheel?
I mean, it's an option. There are dots there. You can hit those dots with the blocks of the same color or of a different color.
Oh yeah.
As you like it, as you see fit. It's you know what? It's just all about what you want to do, Vinny.
What? That's not.
I thought players loved agency.
No, I need hard and fast rules. I'm gonna end this song.
Wait, I wanna.
You really like this?
This is a
track.
good song.
Okay. No, I'm ending.
It's already over. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It is pretty badass.
Yeah.
Well, I could just export it to a loop if I wanted to, right?
You can, but only in the game. Like you exited the game.
Oh, I did. Yeah. All right.
You know what? This is like I feel like there's a metaphysical or metaphorical loop, which is like, oh,
Whoa.
I made this thing.
Yeah.
Oh, but I can't. I finished the song. I need to go back and play again. I need to rebuild something else and loop back around to the creative process so that you can export the perfect file for yourself.
You know how I circumvent that? Watch, nobody say anything for a second. Okay, so we were just recording all that, so I actually just have it.
I'll look forward to the remix on giantbomb.com.
So Samantha, I'm super glad you're here because I played about an hour of this.
Okay.
And as I'm going through it, I'm like, all right, am I playing this correctly, right?
Yeah.
The game player in me is like, how do I beat the level? How do I get the perfect score? How do I collect all the collectibles in this game?
Right. Oh God, all the collectibles. So,
Yeah, I want all
but
of
there's
them.
no such thing as score.
Can
That's
I
the
describe
thing.
to you what I'm doing?
Yes. You tell me what Sentris is, please, Vinny.
So Sentris is this game about you've got the outer rings, not the inner one that's spinning right now, are the different instruments that you'll be able to choose from. You can preview them with the X button. Okay. So they're my different
That's a pretty
hits
cool
up here.
feature.
Yeah, I like this one. I put this one in.
Awesome.
And then I can select the other rings, the outer rings.
Each ring representing a different instrument
Yeah.
or type.
Right.
And what I believe the creator of the game wants me to do is to match the colored instruments with the colored dots on the inner circle as it's rotating in time. Okay?
Match the colored dots to the colored instruments while it's rotating.
Yeah, watch.
That
I'll
sounds
show
like a
you.
weird goal.
Well, like that, right?
Okay. Oh,
And
then
now-
you match that one.
So I matched
did.
that one. So when it comes back around, it'll play it. Okay.
Oh, shit, that sounds good.
So you can see the kind of honeycomb structure there. That not only corresponds to, let's say, like in this drum patch, to different types of drum sounds, but in these like synth tracks will actually correspond to pitch. So I can try and find like another one here, which will be similar, and I'm going to try and put this opposite so that we make some semblance of music here. See, I'm off a little bit.
Off by.
I
It's
really
not-
wish the
So
person who
bad.
made this had just put a quantize button in.
It is quantized. Okay, but no, this is okay. Yeah. So,
I was
you
able to
explain
pull
what
it
you just
back.
did?
Yeah.
You pulled it back.
So I can drop it in, but if I go back, I'm using the D-pad to spin this around.
Okay.
I can see how it's all like staticky.
Yeah.
When it's staticky, I can hit the button I used to drop it to pull it back again.
That's pretty cool.
That is very cool.
Can you pull back any of them, or just
I
the
can.
last
I
one
can
that you
pull
pulled?
this
Anything
one
you
back
put
too.
down,
Awesome.
yeah.
Until you move on to the next section. So let me drop some fat beats.
I wonder.
Yeah.
I wonder now. Would it be better or worse if you, like, you see you have 4 targets, but you have like 16 blocks?
Yeah.
What would you do
Oops.
ideally? What would you want to do with some of those extra blocks?
I have no idea because I can't creatively think.
Okay. Okay.
I just have to do.
That's fair.
The dots are all there is.
What are you talking about? There are only 4 red dots. Red or orange?
My favorite
Orange.
Star Trek.
Orange. Yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna drop these in.
The dots are there. That is the game. There is nothing else. There are only dots.
I only see.
This must be killing you, Samantha.
I'm having a great time. This is fantastic.
So you can see in the honeycomb structure here, that one's an upper right, the one that I just dropped before. This one back here, and it's like 2 bars long, but I can't find another one of those.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be
there's one.
symmetrical,
There's
does
one.
it?
Austin,
Okay.
it has
It's
to be
his song.
perfect,
It's
okay?
his song.
Okay.
So
that's fair.
Everything in its right place.
So I'm gonna hit the Y button on the Xbox One controller I'm using, and that'll put me into freestyle mode, which will allow me to kind of assign what I want this to be.
Oh, interesting.
Okay? So what did we say? That was I want to match the
And when you did that, all of the symbols
are
on
gone.
the incoming sequences disappeared.
Yeah, they're meaningless now because I'm the creator now.
Yeah.
You certainly are.
So let's put this in. There we go. Now it's perfect.
So can you switch back out of freestyle
Yeah,
mode at this
just-
point and
just-
come back to what was
Yep,
there
we can
before?
go in and out. So
Now we gotta put some yellows down.
now I gotta put some yellows down, but the yellows are down a track, right?
I see that.
So I'm gonna have to build, stack them. You could call it a chord if you want. I've seen that. I've seen that language used in the game. And to do that, since this is gonna be perfect, I'm just gonna stack using the B button. I'm gonna take this, and then I'm gonna find myself. That's good. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. All right. So I'm gonna drop this in here. But I did it reversed. I put in
Yep,
the orange first, so it's not perfect anymore.
Or
So-
it was never perfect. Let's be honest.
So there's a couple of ways I can do this. I can pull that out, and I can just drop something on top of it to push it down.
There it is.
Does that change at all how it sounds?
I don't think so because I think they're still stacked and playing
Right.
at the
Yeah.
same time.
Okay.
So
If only we had someone in the room who could maybe explain
yeah, it's a
how
real
that
shame.
works.
that would be a little excessive, though.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, so
let's just
like
drop
when
some
you
of
when
that.
you removed that orange block, you don't have to do that. Like this game,
What do I have to do?
I don't want to get too.
What do I have to do? Just tell me what I have to
Sounds
do.
like someone's got a case of the have does.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
You cannot cure the have-this.
So I mean, it's a game that makes space for everyone to have fun making music in lots of different ways, and so I made it with this sort of idea that I'm tired of only playing music games where I have to play exactly what they're telling me to play.
Right.
So there is in this game a correct solution to each of the puzzle stages, but there's a success state when you solve the puzzle, but there's no failure state. So the game, almost like how do you know when you're satisfied?
Yeah.
The
never
game
do.
lets you decide for yourself, and it responds to you in certain ways. Like when you remove a block, as you just did, that block is now forever out of the song. until you play this song again. But there's no real right or wrong. It's just a lot of it is you get out of it what you put into it, and as you learn to play the game and what the different controls and systems do, you can have more explicit musical control. So the way I like to describe it is getting good at playing Sentris is also getting good at making music.
Gotcha.
Which is probably why I'm terrible.
That is
explains.
You know, I see heads bopping here.
I'm
I see
bopping my
people
head.
grooving.
Yeah.
This
I mean,
sounds good to me.
this is moving along.
Check this out. Watch me go fast now. This is kind of how I started playing Sentris. I was like, oh, like obviously the creator of this game has lined up all of the progressive notes, and I just need to time it accordingly, like stack everything as it's going forward.
Yeah.
Until I heard the dogs howling, and I was like, oh no, I'm supposed to use my brain a little bit more. Maybe I should use that preview button a little bit.
So the preview button, I think, is a good button. You know, it's one of my favorite buttons in the game.
What's your least favorite button?
Oh,
the recall button, probably, because that just makes me try to get perfect.
Actually, I think that maybe the D-pad is my least favorite, because I mean, who wants to change?
Nobody likes
D-pads. Who wants to change instruments? Yeah, again, I mean, I don't actually want to be a voice of authority here either.
Well, you did make it, so I feel like you're allowed to have that authority in this case.
You're allowed at least. You're at the very least allowed to talk about like what you were interested in here, even if you're not. Yeah, intent. Okay. But not necessarily. You're not trying to tell Vinny how he should play.
Okay. Can I tell a story?
Yes.
By all means.
So when I was a teenager and early 20s, I really wanted to make music. Like I thought it would be fun to be a rock star or to just like, you know, make something and perform it for people. On a stage, like, and watch people enjoy music. And I had the hardest time getting started. I kept getting stuck in this other loop of like, oh, I'll sit down with Reason for a day and then make something that, you know, after like 8 hours, I think sounds like total garbage. And then I'm gonna give up and never try again. So I got stuck in this mode of thinking that I don't know how to make music. I can't, I'm not good enough. And it was through playing music games that I was playing drums on Rock Band, and some friends invited me to play real drums in their real band. So it was that began a 1.5-year process of playing in this band called Moskauer Bluthund.
Good name.
Yeah, the Bloodhound from Moscow in German. And so I saw these guys who were experts go through this same sort of struggle of like, hey, I'm trying to make something, this idea isn't coming out, I'm just gonna come back to it tomorrow. And I learned from them that making music is something that you just have to keep returning to if you want to get good at it.
Right.
And so I, in that rehearsal room, I had this, hey, great job, Vinny.
Thank you.
You did it.
Thank you.
I really like it.
You defeated this song.
I really did. I really killed it.
You need an achievement for that, obviously.
Anyway, so the point is that this is a game that just, I want it to be just fun to play with music,
Right.
And discover the joy of making music kind of at your own pace, like with the game that never judges you or tells you that you fail or game over. Just it's like, okay, hey, this is good, and it lets you decide for yourself if you like what you're hearing or not. I've watched a lot of people be so incredibly self-judgmental about, like, they'll start with an empty loop. Like, how do you feel about this song right now, Vinny?
It's pretty fucking rad.
There you go. And but most people think that their songs sound bad, and for some reason, even if it's just one note. So everyone is so self-judgmental and self-critical about their own musical capabilities already that I thought that Sentris didn't need to judge them further. So, there's, a lot of different notes. There's like each level is I guess the authorial intent here is that there's a loose musical structure to conform to. But whatever you do inside or outside of that structure with the game systems available, just makes the song more distinctly yours, more unique to you. and maybe you discover a thing or two along the way, like maybe a melody that you like, or a rhythm that you like, or maybe you like Vinny, I challenge you to just spam that button right now.
You totally want me to. All right.
And
will do.
Like sometimes really magical things can happen accidentally.
Start here. Ready?
I'm ready. And I try to go on the offbeat.
What?
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
No,
that's good.
I was never good at reggae. Yeah, this is what you were talking
this
about,
is like
right?
reggae filtered through John Carpenter.
Yes,
I'm
on board.
All right, let's push some of these down.
Yeah, just do it.
There you go.
All right, ready? I'm speed running Sentris right now.
You certainly are.
I gotta find my groove though. And then we'll just freestyle.
Yeah. This is awesome.
I would say this is going remarkably well.
Yeah. The Terminator is coming for us, guys.
We just need like that hammer on frying pan sound.
Yep.
Is that not in here somewhere?
Clang. There's a couple of cowbells. Probably the closest.
But to what you were talking about earlier with people who, are extremely self-conscious about the music they attempt to make, especially if they are not naturally musically inclined. This does remind me, I mean, not interface-wise, but just in terms of the way that it sort of invites you to experiment. It kind of reminds me of when I was younger and I would like mess around in like Fruity Loops.
Really?
Yeah, and I would
That's
just see like what kind of weird shit I could make, with the built-in loops and other things that were in there.
Yeah.
Because I think that's kind of what naturally freaks people out, is the idea of trying to create something out of nothing, especially if you don't have that musical training. It's like here, you're getting enough of a guidance, like you're getting enough of a built-in, like, these are the synth sounds you can work with, these are the drum sounds you can work with, here's how it kind of structures itself within the framework of this circular thing. And you can make weird stuff out of it without having to necessarily sit there and think long and hard about it.
Yeah.
And I think that to me was the most striking thing. It's like, this is the idea of fucking around and making sounds, but it still sounds, like there's harmony to it to a degree.
Yeah.
It's not all just like atonal garbage.
Right.
You can make atonal garbage if you
You
want to.
can, but it's like you almost have to work at that in a way. Because the game is giving you so many different little mini structures to work within.
Yeah.
If you want to make total nonsense, you actually have to kind of work at it.
Like, this song is way cooler than if you had just filled out the exact dots and not done that little bit of freestyle on Finny.
Are you saying this game is a dialogue?
I am.
Are we having?
I would never say that.
We're having a conversation.
Where did all the music come from?
They're sound samples that were created for the game, or they were used like royalty-free samples. So there's drum samples that I made, and then there's some drum samples from one of my collaborators, Symbian Project, who y'all may know from his contributions to Rock Band and Frequency and Amplitude, and a couple of other games, I'm pretty sure. Also, Rich Freeland, or Disaster Piece, he goes by, created a synth library for Sentris as well.
I was actually going to say some of the synths have a very Disaster Piece kind of tone to them.
Yeah, I think there's a library, the Disaster Piece library is called Buoyancy, and I think that's in this level. Also, there's recorded guitar and bass samples from a producer and guitar player from Seattle, a guy by the name of Jeff Stanfield. Everyone's listed in the credits. Making a real commercial video game involves things like doing credits. It's weird. It's a weird experience.
Well, Samantha, I haven't beaten the game yet, so I can't see the credits yet.
Before you beat it, can you export your loop?
This one?
Yeah.
Samantha, I'm never gonna be done making this art.
Yeah, but I like this. Can you just capture it in this way?
Sure.
Think of it as a snapshot of a
Fine.
work in progress.
I like that, snapshot.
It's a work in progress, guys. Just don't judge me.
My album's coming out in 2018.
All right. I'm gonna get out of here.
No, just export. Yeah.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Now everybody knows how to hack our computer. Great.
God damn it.
Great, thanks. Now I have to blur that all out. It's
You
on
can
the
blur it.
user's drive. So that goes into our music folder.
Yeah.
And is a self-contained wave that I can then go play.
Yes.
And
yes.
share with the world.
And it should sound identical to what you're hearing now. There may be a bug as well. So
It's a little bonus. Is that how?
yeah,
Bonus
it's a bonus.
bugs.
It's a bonus.
That's part of the dialogue,
Yeah.
right? You're putting your mark on it.
Like
Whoa,
even if you
whoa.
make something perfect, it's like, oh no, sorry.
Look at all this.
I know. I was like, I saw this one. I was like, this is the one I want to play. And then I actually tried playing the game, and I was like, I can't do this.
It's a little distracting.
But it's time to the music.
So hit try one of the up or down. So there's a couple different colors. There's 6 dreamscapes, 4 colors. I really wanted them to, I call them
like that.
dreamscapes because I want them to be dreamlike.
Yeah.
This background, the pixel background, was made by a very talented pixel artist named Midio. Really pleased with this one.
It's awesome.
And
like that.
responsive to the music.
Yeah.
Many of the backgrounds,
Trees.
like if you choose like one,
man,
here,
I like
all
this
right,
one a
here's the secret best one, okay?
Okay.
Secret best dreamscape is the waveform to the left, all the way to the top. Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, so now
My retinas!
Whoa.
can you start a new song with this background
Sure.
selected?
You guys done with this? You
I
guys
think
are
we're
cool?
done with
We
this.
Okay.
have, we
Yeah,
have
yeah.
it saved
We have it
forever.
saved.
Okay.
And then
Do you want to recommend one? Or?
try actually Royal Flush is a pretty good puzzly level.
Ooh.
So what are the remix? Whoa.
Okay, so if you
I've
start, some of the backgrounds are have this disc that will appear when you start the level. So that
Oh,
helps
boy,
separate
yes.
it a little bit.
I can't.
So you're playing between the notes now.
Yes, I'm playing jazz, the Sentris version of jazz.
It's the dots you're not hitting.
I'm gonna
Cool.
leave that. I'm gonna leave that one.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave that one. I gotta live with that choice.
I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
So we've learned you're a dragger, not a rusher.
Oh, I really loved that movie. Yeah.
As a drummer, it spoke to me in some very harsh ways.
Totally.
I just want to push that
Okay,
one down.
can you do one thing for me, Vinny?
Sure, yeah, of course.
Can you drop an orange on that yellow one, on that yellow dot? No, drop an orange on
sorry.
the yellow dot.
No, I don't think I can. I don't think my body will let
What?
me.
Really? Oh,
Oh.
you lose.
Wow. That turned around real quick.
Oh,
I did not foresee that response.
You're actually Samantha is standing up right now, just pointing at me. Just
You should have baked that response into the game. So
Every time you mismatch, just my
Yeah.
voice going, you lose.
record scratch stop. Oh.
So why don't we try this again on Remix? Just restart this
Okay.
level on Remix. So we've heard a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Just the orange, I guess. So if we go start it in Remix, then so Remix allows you to change your instruments.
Oh, I didn't notice
Yeah.
any
so
of this
Ooh,
before.
look at all this.
Jump into select instruments. So there's up to 4 voices per song, and there's 12 different instruments to choose for each voice.
Oh, Wendy.
Yeah.
Did you name that?
No, actually, or Symbian Project named that one.
I'm gonna go with Wendy.
And then there's the other 2 as well. So you can
I like
choose your selection. Then you can crank, when you're done with the voices, you can change the tempo. Ooh, that reso sounded good with that one.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like the rock drums. Let's go. We
yeah.
have 2 drums, but it's okay.
2, you know what? 4 drums is also
You
good.
could have like several drummers.
All right,
That's a thing that you can do.
So try something reasonable, like maybe
Okay.
160 to 180.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, he's not gonna
Oh,
do
that
it.
sounds good.
Nah,
Sounds
you
good.
shouldn't have.
No, this is perfect.
You should never have told him about this.
How high does it go?
I
You
know.
know,
99999.
I think we're gonna find out.
Oh,
I have
boy.
a feeling we're gonna find
You
out.
can't actually make music at this.
Is it gonna go into like
You
mega?
can
don't know
make
that.
music,
Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
and then
Good.
try not C.
Yeah.
Try like
I don't think that's. I'm not seeing
Drop D.
Not C here.
drop D. So,
It just says drop D somewhere.
Drop
How about
D
A
here.
minor? Do you have minors in here?
Yeah. Minor is actually, so if you choose A, then scale mode,
Oh, sorry.
Oh. Okay.
and then
Oh,
scale
boy.
mode is gonna be Aeolian for minor.
This is why I'm a drummer.
Uh huh.
All this shit
You don't
is
have to
why I'm a
measure any of
drummer.
this.
High
Then you have to
resolution.
go back here and.
High resolution.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. So A. This will just be in
That's
minors.
just-
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the
I would
resolution?
have spent another month on just this menu if I could. Resolution is actually the level of quantization.
Oh, so if I do, okay, so there's only medium or high. There's no like low.
There's no
or
low
just,
because
like,
low is just 1 per beat, and fuck
okay.
that.
So what am I on a medium? What are the quarter notes?
I believe it's. Let me think about this. Each beat is divided in half on medium, and each beat is divided into fourths.
So in other words, if it was low, if resolution was low, everything would be quantized perfectly.
Yeah, it would all just be on the beat.
It would
So with
sound like the
medium-
metronome.
So with
So medium is the 8th notes, and then high is the 16th.
Seems okay to me.
Vinny can go way off with high resolution. He can be way off.
You guys ready to
Not
hear some
off
music?
This metronome sounds good too. If we want to hear that just for a second.
Hold on 1 second. Remix! Sorry, I had to do that.
You know what this sounds
I
like?
knew you weren't going to pay for that sample, so I had to do it for you.
This is that corn song.
I'm very
This
happy
is
right
that.
now.
All right, let's see if I can make that.
Do it.
Yeah, this is it.
This doesn't feel like 400 beats per minute.
Well, you have 6 measures going on here.
Yeah.
So 6 measures spinning at 400 beats per minute is not as nauseating as it seems. Yeah, this is,
This is it. You made
beautiful. It's brilliant.
Somewhere right now, somebody listening to this is activating.
Whatever the opposite of the harmony of the spheres is this.
Somebody's just clicked and is just standing up, walking to the refrigerator, pouring mayonnaise out onto a floor.
Also, I kind of want you to export this.
You like this? Well, I'm not done yet.
Okay, when you're done exporting.
Okay, I've got some.
It's almost like a Ridge Racer 4 soundtrack. So.
I feel like there is like a quarter of this that you could salvage, Vinny.
This might be a good opportunity from the game puzzle perspective to recall or retrieve some notes.
I'm just like envisioning like an Aphex Twin video going along with this.
Lots of masks.
Always masks.
Great job, Vinny. You solved it.
I'm gonna pull these back.
Okay.
I kind of like what's going on.
You like that underneath that?
Yeah, I like all of this.
Maybe that sounds really good. Try freestyling the blues.
Oh, okay.
Freestyle the blues.
That's how I do every night, man. Since my Sentris left me. Okay.
Preview button's your friend here.
I've got me too many notes.
Oh boy. All right, explain to me how the honeycomb structure works.
Right. So it is a new, I think, new visualization of a musical scale. Oh. So in Western music scale, a scale is 7 notes: do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, or do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and do is 8 and 1. So do is in the center, and the scale walks up the scale clockwise.
Interesting.
So you are in Aeolian scale, so it's gonna sound a little bit different from what you expect from do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. But that's what it is. It starts in the center and then wraps around clockwise and lets you play with it from there.
But it keeps going until it circles back around.
So there's an octave control. So as you're walking up and down the scales, you can actually jump up and down octaves or cross that bridge. So if you just like walk down the scale.
Oh, it goes back around. It wraps.
Yeah, but you have to include the middle.
And then back up to the left, we'll keep going down. I see.
Yeah.
But I want to circle back around. I like those low notes. I want to take it up again.
You can go all the way back down to the bottom octave, and you'll be there.
Is there like a shortcut to get there, or do you have to?
You just have to. Yeah, you just have. You know
almost
what?
there.
This is a video game. You can find it.
So this is the lowest I can get, right?
It's probably not, but you have to walk all the way down through the other octaves.
Yeah.
So that's actually a bug that I decided to leave, which is like a wraparound.
Okay. Let's go here. Yeah. Ready? This is gonna be great. I'm killing it.
Yeah, you're killing it.
You found a way to just completely murder the middle ground of notes, and it is literally just the highs and the lows all fighting each other at once.
Okay.
Maybe try a different background.
Yeah, that would be good.
That's not gonna save it.
Yeah.
Vinny, this is giving me a panic attack.
I got to. All right, let's.
Oh, export it.
Well, I was gonna change some colors.
That's fine.
Ooh.
Yeah, harsh contrast. That's good.
Yeah, good.
And we'll just let's go here. Okay. I made. Did I win?
Here's another thing. Here's another thing. In game, in the game options, hit right.
Oh yeah, I did that before. That's just.
So now this is for people that are prone to motion sickness.
Interesting.
This
that
is
makes
the
sense.
exact
That's
same
actually
game,
cool.
but it's like more of a.
So here
yeah.
you would select which thing and then drop it whenever the
thing loops
counter
around.
Or the,
Yeah.
Exactly.
the pointer.
Exactly.
Can we talk about whether those planets in the background are fighting or kissing? I can't really tell.
It's a carbon atom.
Yeah, are they? So what are they
Come
doing?
on,
Are they making
Alex.
out? Are they dueling to the death here? What's happening?
I don't know. I mean, what do sexy atoms like to do? Protons and neutrons.
Look,
Wait.
I ain't got time to be learning about what atomic things do in their off time.
There's gotta
I
be
want
a
it all
joke
laid
there.
out for me.
There has got to be a part of what is sexy atoms like
Do
bond or like what you got there's
Bonding
got to
is a
be
good answer. Yeah.
go nuclear like there's got to be a good
Go nucleus.
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh. That was a
Alright.
bad joke.
All right, so
They go fishing.
Oh.
That's it. They go fishing.
Okay, go fission?
Yeah.
That's something that would be told
gone.
inside my nuclear family.
Yeah.
Or no, that doesn't
It
work.
does. We can move on.
My
Let's move on.
Let's split from
I'm
this.
pro. I'm protons. Okay. Samantha, is there anything else we should entertain the audience with?
Maybe
aside
one
from
more
this
thing.
lovely. I'm gonna end this song.
Okay. Why don't you,
You're all relieved. This is what they play for like
End it!
for like terrorists in like a you know like they
What-
play out of the
Guantanamo.
speakers.
why don't you,
Yeah.
why don't you scroll all the way down to that bottom of that song list?
Okay. At the very end here?
Yeah.
Infinite.
Yeah. All right. Now, can I borrow the controller from you? Can I borrow the controller from you? So this is the end game of Sentris. All of
man.
these sequences are randomized, whereas everything else in the game is hand built. But here, I have no idea what these sounds are.
Oh,
How they're
so it's
arranged.
all randomized?
In infinite mode, everything's randomized.
Oh.
The
Awesome.
instrumentation, the dots on the map,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And so.
Samantha, I'm gonna say you're biting my style, and I don't really appreciate you stepping on my artistic vision.
This is what I do. I destroy dreams.
Well, someone has to.
The only other thing I wanted to show is
I literally thought you were gonna take the controller and start like arranging the chord, like pick out the different pieces.
well,
and
I'm
be
about
like,
to start doing chords.
Okay.
Let's like take out a couple of these. Okay, so let's build a chord, shall we?
Yes.
Freestyle.
That's a
So
good
you built a
chord.
real chord, not just a mash chord that other guy did.
Whoever that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The mixing's a little imperfect here, but you can get a sense that you can build chords up to 4 blocks at a time, and you can put them together however you want. So like if I can switch back out of freestyle, and then I can withdraw like that one. So that way I can reduce the chord down to just the distilled essence of it, and just like shift everything around and solve the puzzle at my own pace. The puzzles in infinite mode are extremely simple, so this really is a mode designed to get people thinking about how they compose and progress the music.
Right.
So I know right now as a player, having played I'm going to call myself an intermediate to expert player at this game. I know
fair.
that as soon as I drop this, I'm going to solve the puzzle. because there's only 2 targets and they can be matched by anything in infinite mode. So this really just makes space for me to solve the puzzle and make the song as I see fit, as I go. And you can just chill out and do this, you know, forever.
And the instrumentation changes every stage?
It's actually randomized at the beginning of infinite mode.
Okay.
So if I come in here, I'll just relaunch infinite mode. Oh, a little bit of a hitch there.
Oh wow, yeah, completely different. Ooh, I like that. Aw, it's calm down.
And there's something a little bit cathartic. I'm gonna hand this back to someone else.
Also, why don't you jam? I'll jam some more. I want to jam. Yeah. Alex, do you want to jam on it?
You can jam.
All right.
There's something a little cathartic about like letting yourself not think about how the music comes out and just, you know, spamming the button essentially. But then you hear something and that might inspire like like now I want to move the song in this direction. So
this is the beginning of a real good My Bloody Valentine song, and it's just not it's just I need the rest of it.
And so when you export, so the trailer, the launch trailer for the game, I made by layering exported loops on top of each other. So you can, you know, craft a couple of different loops and put them into GarageBand or Logic or Reason or whatever, you know, add your own effects and really like actually bridge that gap into making original music. And the, you know, the music that you export with Sentris is free to use. So please just make music and
you don't have
share it.
You don't have like a pack of lawyers ready to go out and
I am a pack of lawyers.
Oh no, Samantha was a pack of lawyers all along.
She's taking out her legal pad and a pencil.
Yeah, I hired my friend Phoenix Wright.
Okay.
No, it's all you know. The music is owned by, or the samples are owned in, like, you know, purchased for the game, developed for the game. They're licensed to be used in anything that you want. So. And the game is supposed to be both a puzzle game and a musical instrument, so please use it as both and enjoy it as both. And yeah, I mean, I personally would love to hear the songs that everyone makes, especially in the Giant Bomb community, because you guys have been so awesome to me, and I feel so welcome and happy here. Like, I hope that you guys like the game a lot.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure that's
You ready to get funky?
Heavy. This is Switch. This is definitely late 70s. You were hanging out in my apartment.
Yeah.
I just put a black light on. We're looking at this poster.
This is like the soundtrack to like a weird, like you said, like a 70s like detective thriller where this is the music that plays while he's hunting through someone's apartment.
Yes.
I like it. I need a big long, yeah.
Yeah, 1 octave down.
That's the part where Flesh just found a clue.
That's a sick chord over there. I'm gonna mess up my sick chord.
Just drop 1 block. You'll be fine.
Right, because it'll stay on.
Yeah,
then
you have 4
I'll
layers.
beat the level, won't I?
Yep.
Oh no, there's another.
No, because that's from the last puzzle.
Ooh, okay. Oh, so only symbols with the hex on them are from this puzzle
Right.
can solve the current one.
Yeah. So some people.
I just had a breakthrough.
Yeah.
Sentris.
When they become thin, that's when they're kind of like, okay, that's what you did. Now let's think about what you're gonna do.
They're still
next.
making sound, but they're not solving this stage.
Right. But it's been an interesting experience, like seeing how people read that. I know that this game is very inventive in a way that kind of makes a lot of people a little nervous or uncomfortable, and so watching people like drop 1 block on top of another over and over again and ignore it, like they don't. Not everyone sees the circle, like the dot. So you know, I've just learned to sort of let people explore and discover the game at their own pace.
Do you find that that's like? Do you think that people would respond better if you did kind of take them by the hand a little bit more, but that there's something, it feels like there's something that you want to preserve by not doing that?
I think that I don't want to be pedantic.
Okay.
The game is so much about creative freedom and like an authenticity of creative freedom that I didn't want to get players accustomed to the game telling them what to do, because I mean, the game, there's 3 tutorial levels that are the first 3 levels in the game, and they just one at a time say, here's this button and what this does. Here's this button and what this does. And I really want to trust players to think about how things work in context and what could be done. You know, I want them to think creatively and critically and analytically even, or yeah, critical thinking. You know, draw their own conclusions about what the things do and discover new things along the way.
I mean, this was the problem that music games were trying to solve for a long time, especially the band games. Like Guitar Hero had their own sort of like sample set in one of them where they were trying to like, yeah, you can make your own music with it, which in reality it all kind of sounded like junk, and everyone was just making the same Mario theme over and over again. And with like Rock Band, they tried to do it with like the real guitar stuff and whatever, but then they had to kind of like rewrite their own language for that shit, and it didn't really pick up with people, so it was difficult. It was difficult for people to find, you know, a way to do that without just straight up charting everything and having it just be like very precise, like this is what you have to do.
Yeah, it's a really hard problem, and you know, I'm a huge fan of all the Harmonix games, and when I did the Kickstarter for this game in late 2013, a lot of them discovered it and started like following me and talking to me, and that was an incredible experience to have like all these heroes of mine acknowledge that I'm also doing this.
So the music game scene is a very tight-knit one. I mean, it's like 2 or 3 developers, you know, and only very few of them are that big. So it's a lot of, you know, like there's a lot of like trading of ideas back and forth. I feel like I remember when Audio Surf came around. You know, there was a joke in the office like, well, do we need to sue this guy or something? Because he's basically, you know, using a version of like, you know, the kind of lame gameplay that we were doing before. But in reality, everyone was just like, no, this is just cool. Like it's just cool that they're picking up like the idea of what we were doing at one point and running with it.
So it's definitely a small world, and I've been really lucky to learn from people at Harmonix and chatting with them. One of the interesting things that actually Alex Rogopoulos, the CEO, mentioned to me.
Creative director now.
Creative director now. He said that, you know, people have tend to be able to think about one of 2 things, only 1 or 2 things at a time. They're either thinking about accomplishing a goal, or they're thinking about open, expressive creativity.
Right.
And you know, we talked about Sentris in the context of that, and I realized that I was trying to do both things at once. And in thinking about that and talking about it, I discovered that I don't really need the game to require both things of the player at once. I just need the game to make space for people to think about, to flip-flop.
Either one of them.
To jump back and forth about like, oh, like now I'm thinking about solving the puzzle, and wait, this sounds cool, what if I deviate here? And then they can go back to solving the puzzle. And I'm really, really proud of this game. It's been 2.5 years of development, and I've been thinking about this idea for, you know, seriously for about 5 years, and kind of even longer than that at a intellectual level, like how could you do this? So I don't think this game is perfect. I think that there are plenty of things to dissect and discuss about it, and criticisms to make of it, and I'm happy to hear those things from the players and from the critics. But I also think that what's here is pretty special. I don't know, it's personally special to me, whatever value that has.
It's your vision. You know, it's your vision of what you felt like, you know, the idea of creating music within these kinds of like, you know, loopy spaces, it was possible to do. And, you know, I can understand. I think that, you know, it's like you said, it's been a long haul.
It's been a long haul, and I
imagine the sense of relief you have at this point is massive.
It is still like sinking in. The game just came out yesterday, and I am, I don't know. I jumped on a plane right away, so I wouldn't have to think about it. All right, so here's one measure. At 400 BPM. I don't even think we're getting a metronome right now.
I think I might have turned it off.
Okay. Okay. No, that's better. That's better.
I didn't want to mess up my. Yeah.
Oh wow. My God.
Okay. Oh my God.
I'm playing really well. This is like unusual.
This is great. Everybody, if you're somehow listening to this in your car, slow down. You're gonna be okay.
It's like we're in a Blade club scene or
Totally.
something. Just a bunch of vampires just fucking dancing around.
Suckers.
I see somebody screaming, blowing out a mic right now.
Okay. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna solve this, I swear. Nope.
Get in there.
You're in the ballpark.
Yeah.
It's,
Oh
it's
my
the
God, it's so
fastest game
close.
of Arkanoid happening right now.
I can see it. There's 2 left, I guess, right?
I can't tell which one's where. Oh wait, I see it. I see it. Hang on. Hang on.
Let me know when you
That
get to the
one, it's
bridge.
that
I'm
one.
gonna throw up.
Okay. Oh my God.
Now you've just made your
There.
you've just
there,
made your
there. Got it.
you just made
Hot
your
damn.
Sentris competitive Twitch scene right here.
Yep.
B
This.
Sports.
Yeah.
Let's go out on this.
I think this is super fun. I think you can get it on Steam, Itch, and where else?
Humble store.
Okay.
How much you charging?
Okay, so it's $14.99 and it's on sale this week, 10% off. So under $15 to get unlimited songs.
Unlimited songs.
There's also
Unlimited song.
Only
Unlimited.
limited by your own imagination.
Oh yeah, so like
Okay.
one song for me. Just,
Oh,
it's
I've seen you
okay.
make more than
And it's
that
just smoke on
today.
the water.
yes, that's just playing in my head constantly.
To be fair, it's 20 levels. It's 20 levels plus the endless mode plus remix. So I don't know. I think it's a good value for $15. There's also a deluxe version that includes 9 prototypes. That's $20.
What's the the prototypes of the game?
Yeah, like
okay.
a development prototypes that went, for the Kickstarter, and shortly after, they were backer rewards. So if you're interested and maybe want to support the game a little extra, then that is an option. But this is the best version of the game, so make no mistake.
This is the 1.0.
So now that you've shipped, what's the other team working on at your studio?
Oh God! I mean, I
Yeah.
brought my VR goggles, so we can
Yeah.
talk
When,
about
when
that
can we
later.
expect the
Yeah.
first DLC campaign?
Yeah, they must be working on it already. Are they ready to ship?
Yeah, actually, they have my MMO is coming out.
Okay.
I'm gonna announce it in 2 weeks.
Awesome. 2
The
weeks.
Shanghai
That's
team's
coming.
been working on it.
Shanghai
you're
and Italy.
Are you gonna be at PAX?
I will be at PAX.
It is in Seattle.
It is in the town where I live, and there will probably be some other shenanigans. Oh, the game will not be demoed. I used up all my appearances on the Indie Mega booth. They wouldn't let me show with them anymore. So
It's like a punch card with holes in it. Now you just get a
yeah,
free sandwich. That's it.
exactly.
Aw.
So I will be around PAX, but not demoing. So enjoy the rest of the show and come say hi if you see me.
And how do you want people to share their creations with you?
So once you export, there's SoundCloud. There's I think I don't know if Twitter can attach sounds.
Oh.
I think so.
SoundCloud
just
is a good
periscope
one.
your screen?
Periscope your screen. Actually, I'm gonna say SoundCloud. That's what I'm using right now. There's also Bandcamp, but that's generally for like full songs.
Just
and
email a
albums
bunch
and
of lossless waves. That's
Or just
definitely the best
flat-
way.
Black,
Just-
yeah.
yeah.
Or just-
Ogvorbis,
stuff. Just
that's-
Dropbox it.
To you?
Yeah.
Do you have a Dropbox that's just set up? and
No,
go-
just send
and
me a
you
link.
the
Just send me a link. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Very cool. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go, I don't know, run around the block like
Yeah.
7
Yeah.
times right now.
Perfect.